Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
2 yards on the play, and the Texans first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 12, Watson completes it to Benjamin. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. If you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the 50, it's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go. 6 guys. Target. Shift. Watch twist.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Foles. James has got it. Complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Texans 3, Jaguars 0.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Telvin Smith. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Watch twist. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check, check.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Texans take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 29, Foles. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Switch it. Go team, spell. Set. Go.
Here's Foles. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finding Keelan Cole. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Kaden. Check. Lucky. Check. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go. Check curls. Switch. Check 3. Check 43. Check 15. Go. Hey, switch gears. Whip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Switch. Slam. Hey, check 24. Let's go, great.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. This Fournette territory here. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw again on second down. Watson, he gets this one to Johnson. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
No time now.
From the gun, here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. It's fourth down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's get this, get this.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check 31, check 31.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On 2nd and 7, Foles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the draw, this is Fournette. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Foles. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Get that ball. Get that ball. 49, check 49, check 49. Yeah, go, let's go, let's go.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Zebra. Hey, watch it. Tighten up.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Watson going to give this one to Miller. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To the air yet again, Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, it's Watson. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Watson. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll come out in the pistol. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Leonard Fournette. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Check. Fresno.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Hey, check right. Watch 55. Let's go. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Here we go.
On second and 9, Foles. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw again on second down. Watson buying time to his left. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He finds his target, Fuller. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Watson now to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Watson looks to throw again. Got an open man. It's QT. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Completes it to Dixon. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Check. Go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Stop.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Fournette. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. The Texans. Is going to signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl, but they have to win next week after winning this one.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.